that year 2020 is a leap year. And that's exciting as usual. However, I think we have a slight issue with our calendar. And our calendar is not a great one, unfortunately. So let's quickly talk about leap year. So this is the Earth. So if the Earth goes round once, that is a day, right? It takes 24 hours, we know that, right? Then if the Earth goes around, when it orbits the Sun for the whole entire circle, that is 1 year. So here's Earth, it's tilted with a 23.4 degrees tilt, and here's the Sun. When the Earth orbits around the Sun, comes back, that's 1 whole year. That's what we do. However, it's not 365 days. It's actually 365.2422 days to orbit around the Sun. So, for today's maths, you need a calculator. You might need a piece of paper. So let's quickly pause the video so you can get your calculator ready. So let's look at this way. For the Earth to go around the Sun, it takes 365 and a bit more. But we're counting only 356. We're only counting 365 days. So every year, after 365 days, Earth is just not making it to where it was 365 days ago. Another year passes and goes slightly behind, and slightly behind again, and slightly behind again. If we keep doing this, maybe spring suddenly becomes winter, and all the seasons will be all crazy. So let's quickly find out. This part says 0.2422 days. 0.2422 days. How many hours is that? How many minutes is that? How many seconds can this be? So let's quickly pause the video. Can you find out how many seconds actually this 0.2422 days could be? So according to my reliable calculator, 0.2422 days is 5.8128 hours. I multiply this number by 24. Multiply this number by 60 will make minutes. So 348.768 minutes should be 20,926.08 seconds. Now, that means every year we need this much behind. So, how many years does this take to make a day? So, I have a little, maybe you have realized already, one day is 86,400 seconds. How many of these do I need to make about a day? So let's quickly pause the video. Let's find out how many of these do I need to make a day. Maybe you have realized that's a leap year, right? So it's maybe about 4 lots of these will make about 86,000, exactly 4.1288191 days we need to make it a day. So every 4 years we have extra day. That's a leap year day, so that which is 29th of February, right? So I'm going to multiply that by 4. So let's multiply it by 4. That's 83704.02. Oops, 32. So every 4 years we are this many seconds behind. But every 4 years we're going to add 1 day, which is that many seconds. Now we are adding a bit too many seconds every 4 years. So let's find out how many extra seconds we're adding every 4 years. I'm going to pause the video. Let's see if you can use a calculator. So I simply subtracted this number from the whole day seconds. So we have 2,695.68 seconds. Let's quickly do this. Seconds ahead every 4 years because we're adding too many seconds or too much time. So this is ahead every 4 years. Let's quickly divide by 4. So divided by 4, 67392. So this is every 4 years we're ahead. So every year now, about average. Now we are 673.92 seconds ahead per year. How many leap years or how many years does it take to make the whole day if we are 673.92 seconds ahead? This is per year, right? So let's pause the video. So according to my calculation, I divided 86,400 by this every year. So this is 128.20512 days or years. So it is difficult to use 128 years. We're going to change something. So we actually change the leap year every 100 years. So every 100 years, multiply this by 100. Multiplied by 100, 67392 seconds. So it's not quite a day, but our calendar actually says every 100 years, 100 years, we actually cancel the leap year. It's crazy, isn't it? Now, are you thinking the same? Wait. This is not quite right still. So what's the difference? The difference is, have I leave it to you? Can you find a difference between this and that? How many seconds are we behind? Have you realized every 100 years, now we are 19,008 seconds behind. It's every 100 years, it's not bad. So if you think about how many seconds, in average, that's that divided by 100, so it's actually 190.08 seconds behind every year if we average it every 100 years, right? Every year, and then in 100 years we're this much behind. Now that's not quite right still. So how many years does it take 1 day if we use that? So I'll pause the video for you. Now, according to my calculator, we need about 454 years to make a day. So we are this many hours behind every 100 years. So again, if we keep on doing this for about 454 years, we're going to be a day behind. So we need to reintroduce the leap year again, and that happens every 400 years. So every 400 years, with our calendar, we actually reintroduce the leap year again. Isn't it absolutely crazy? So this is what we do currently. Currently we have every 4 years the leap year means one extra day, right? Then, but every 100 years, now leap year is cancelled. So leap years is now cancelled. However, every 400 years, leap year is reintroduced. Extra day. So why didn't we know this? So when did this happen? Recently was the year 2000. Now let's think about the year 2000. This was Sydney Olympic year actually. So in the year 2000 is a leap year. So we should have added one day, which we did actually. But remember, every 100 years, leap year is cancelled. So according to this rule number 2, the leap year was actually cancelled. But because of the rule number 3, every 400 years, leap year is reintroduced. We 2000 is a multiple of 400. So the leap year was reintroduced. Right? So the people who were living after the year 1900 and from now on until maybe 2099, we will not see this special year that we cancel the 29th of February, which is, to me, it's a bit sad. But our life is slightly easier because we don't have to worry about this. So, hope you practiced a bit of decimal numbers and time using the special rule of our calendar.